Bad bees, welcome back to my channel. Firstly, let's just apologise for my appearance because I look a hot mess. I've got my bonnet on, my lashes aren't done, like I just look disgusting, but I'm going on holiday in like 5 hours and I really can't be bothered to put makeup on just to take it off. Well, anyway, welcome to Talks with Tia. This is Surgery Horror Story Edition. So this isn't a funny story. My next story is going to be fucking jokes, but today we need to just outline why I'm such a stupid bitch and not why do I do things like this. So, in 2016, I went through like an emotional breakup, or was it like my first love or whatever. We broke up, I was really depressed. I was like, do you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get full body surgery because I'm stupid, I'm 19, and I wanna be a painting. So, end of 2016, I think it was November, I started researching whilst I was at uni, bear in mind, like BBLs, breast lifts, like, because I was a bigger girl. I was about 13 stone and my tits were just literally down to my belly button because I'd literally always fluctuated in my weight. Like, the lowest I'd been is 10 stone, highest I'd been is 13 stone, and this was over like a 3-year period of time. And I always fluctuated, so my boobs obviously took a toll and they did become like quite saggy. I just really wasn't in a good frame of mind, like I wasn't in a good headspace. I was at university and I was literally just about to drop out because I was not emotionally there. Like, I want to say it was like mild depression, but because I'm such a happy person, mild depression to me, I can't deal with that, and I had to leave university because it just wasn't who I was as a person. So in my head, when I want something, I'm gonna get it. I literally researched surgeons for an hour. The first thing that came up on Google, clicked on it, spoke to the surgeon coordinator and booked the surgery. I booked full body surgery in the space of an hour. I was flying out to Turkey in a month and a half after I'd booked that surgery. Didn't do any extensive research on the doctor, didn't do any extensive research on the practitioner, like didn't do anything. I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get a BBL, I'm gonna get a liposuction, I'm gonna get freaking boobs done, and I'm gonna come out the surgery looking like Kim Kardashian. That's what I wanted. Booked the surgery, didn't tell any of my family that I was going to Turkey. I was going to do this by myself, be an independent woman. Booked my flight. I think the flight was like 10th of January 2017, so that was just over 2 years ago now. It now comes to January times. Obviously I need to let someone know that I am having the surgery. Told my sister's like an advocate for surgery though, and she was like, oh my god, yes, I'm so excited for you, blah blah blah. Obviously my other family didn't feel the same way. They're like, you're ruining your body, like why would you do that for, you're 19, which is completely true. Like, I should have listened to everything that they said and stopped listening to my sister because she influences me so much. She's such an idiot. But I basically flew to Gatwick and got on a flight to Istanbul by myself for full body surgery. 19, never been to Turkey before. I'm 19 years of age and I definitely shouldn't be doing this, but fuck it, I've already done it. Like, I obviously clearly like to play with my life. So what happened was I had a driver come and pick me up and take me to my hotel. I had a consultation with the surgeon in the morning. Can you please bear in mind, this surgeon's only saw pictures of me and he hasn't really talked me through anything. I don't really know what's happening. Like, I'm literally a deer in the headlights. The next day I meet with the surgeon, let's call him Dr. Ishmael. He literally looked at me and was like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Took pictures. Didn't ask me for any after pictures, didn't ask for like any weight, didn't ask if I had any underlying illnesses or issues, didn't ask me anything. Within the 5 minutes of being in that doctor's surgery, I had the anaesthesia in my arm and I was in surgery. That is not how you do it. That's a really big red flag. And if I knew what I knew then, I would have literally got on a flight straight back to London, because there's so much stuff that the doctor needs to ask you and there's so much stuff that he needs to talk you through, that there could be complications, there could be risks. He didn't tell me anything. I seriously could have died. Honestly, I could have died from going in there blindsided, didn't have a clue what was going on. Luckily, I came out of the surgery fine, dandy. I was shaking for about an hour, but that's normal when you're coming off anaesthesia. The hospital itself was really, really clean. It was very, very nice. But when I couldn't walk, I was covered in my own blood. Like, there was blood absolutely everywhere. I couldn't walk, couldn't really speak, couldn't really stand. I couldn't stand up. But all I saw that was that my boobs were literally here, and I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, like I haven't got saggy tits anymore. Like I said, that's my biggest insecurity, was my boobs. Oh, is my boobs. Then what happened was I went to the toilet for the first time, and I looked in the mirror. Why was I bigger than I was when I came in for the surgery? I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't look any... Like, I've seen all these pictures of how these girls get slayed to the gods in, like, Colombia and Dominican Republic. That wasn't what I looked like. I didn't look... I looked so much bigger, and I was literally so upset. Like, I was like, what the fuck? The doctor basically reassured me that this is just swelling and it's normal and you will go down. Okay, cool. Second red flag is the next day you're supposed to be in the hospital for like 5 days or something and have like massages. He didn't even tell me anything about massages. I only found out about massages once coming back to England. He didn't tell me anything about that. So he literally comes in the room in the morning. He was like, you can go back to the hotel now. He made me walk to the hotel after I just had surgery, like not even 24 hours before. Walked to the hotel and it was like -5. It was snowing. I could have slipped, could have done anything. I've just, bear in mind, I've literally just had full body surgery. Didn't even offer to get me a taxi or anything. Walked back to the hotel. I'm in so much pain. Like, I can't fit into any of my clothes. I can't shower. It hurts to like lie down. Like, I'm literally just a fucking mess. And I'm just like, why did I do this for? For self-vanity, of course. And a couple of days go past and I'm literally just in pain. He's coming to check up on me and I've just seen my boobs look sick. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy, I'm so chuffed. I'm ready to go home now. You're supposed to stay there for about 8 days. I stayed there for 3 and he didn't even have a problem with that. He was like, yeah, that's fine, you can go. Came back to London, my parents picked me up from the airport and they're like, you're just an idiot here, like, why do you do this? Like, you don't listen to anyone, you just do what you want to do. That is definitely one of my downfalls. I literally, if I want something and if I want to do it, I'll do anything I can to do that, even if I do regret it later on in life. There's a lot of the things that this doctor didn't tell me that I've obviously had to find out for myself now. As a black woman, we scar so much easier and we are at a high risk of getting keloid scarring. That's what I got. I ended up getting really bad keloid scarring. Once I get my boobs done again, I will show pictures, but at the moment I'm just not that comfortable with showing pictures now. I ended up having really bad keloid scarring, so that's when the scars are raised and it's really dark as well. And when I came back, I took my bandages off and one of my boobs was absolutely amazing. It was the perfect size, the perfect everything. The other boob was completely different. Women do tend to have one boob that's bigger than the other, but this was really, really dramatic. So one was like a D, the other one was like an F, and one was literally pointing left and the other was right. So it's like left, right, left. No, it's not funny. I shouldn't laugh about this, but like one boob was like that and the other boob was like that. I messaged him like, what the fuck? Like, what's happened to my boobs? Bear in mind, this was 2 years ago. He's like, you just need to massage it. It's going to go back to normal. And I was like, okay, cool, fine. Now, when it comes to my body, when you have lipo, because I'm not claiming this surgery, when you have lipo, you're not supposed to have fat. Fat isn't supposed to go back to that area that you've had liposuctioned off. Babe, I put on about 1 stone. I was absolutely massive after the surgery. And at this point, I think I'd come back to Wolverhampton because I'd just dropped out of university and I was really, really depressed, but I made it seem like I was really, really happy. I was always flying out. Like, I don't know if anyone had me on socials like 2 years ago, but I was literally on holiday every single week in 2017. It's just, I didn't have a job. I didn't have anywhere to live. I was literally living on my mum and dad's sofa. So please don't read into social media because I was a fucking mess. I was so depressed. I'd seen all these girls on Instagram and I'd let that influence me so much that I'd actually booked a ticket and risked my life to go and get surgery. Social media shouldn't have an impact on anyone like that at all. So I'm really disappointed in a younger Tia that I let that affect me so much and potentially risk my life. So this basically happened. Learn from my mistakes. Another year goes past. So last year I was, like I said, I don't really know what I was going through. Someone close to me ended up having surgery and their results were just insane. And I was like, wow, so you've had surgery and you look amazing and I look like this. I think I was about 12 stone 5 at this point. Absolutely huge. Like, my boobs were shit. I was just really, really depressed. I'd literally wake up in the morning, look on Instagram, see all these sexy girls, look at me and I just start bursting into tears. and that's when I had to come off social media. So last year I took like a year social media break on Instagram just to literally focus on myself, get right. I ended up losing 2 stone. So all this credit for the reason my body, I can't even say my body looks like this now, because my body isn't nowhere where I want it to be. Like, it's nowhere near where I wanted it to be where I want it to be. But I have gone from 12 stone 4 to 10 stone 3. I think I'm about 10 stone 7 now. Let myself go a bit, but I'm gonna be back on top very soon. I've lost all that weight because I was literally so consistent in the gym with my trainer, and I was just eating properly, and I got to like the lowest I'd ever been, and I was kind of happy with my figure. And that I cannot credit that to the surgery, because if you lot saw me after the surgery, I'll try and insert some pictures in here. If not, I'll put them on my Snapchat. I ended up being a lot bigger than I was before I went in. So yeah, that's basically it. Horror story. Woke up in my own blood. Surgeon didn't even ask if I had any illnesses or chronic diseases. Consultation was 2 minutes. It was in fucking Turkey. I messaged my surgeon yesterday because I just was like, I saw a really bad picture of my boobs and I was like, what the fuck? I've paid $4 grand for this. Bear in mind, it was supposed to be $4 grand. I actually turned up with 3,500. He didn't even check the amount of money in my hand. He just took it and was like, yeah, that's fine. All right then, mate. I was like, I'm not happy with this. Like, I've paid money and this is what you've done to me. You've botched me. He rang me about 6 times and was like, Tia, I've told you to come back. He was like, please come back. He's like, I'm going to fix these issues. I don't ever want any of my patients to be upset. He's basically offered me implants. I haven't got implants at the moment. Implants, breast lift, liposuction, and a BBL completely free. All I have to do is pay for the flights. But the issue is, do I go back to someone that's fucked me at once? Is he going to rectify his mistakes, or is he just going to be like he was last time? Or do I save my money and just get my boobs done again in Colombia? You lot decide, because I don't know what to do. Free surgery sounds great, but then nothing good ever comes free. But yeah, that's the video, guys. This isn't very, like, I feel like I'm being really depressed. Like, all I'm saying is, your current situation is just not your final destination. Like, I've been literally at the bottom. I'm not saying I'm at the top now, but I'm so much more than I was before, and this is literally just the fucking start. Like, I've got so much opportunities coming my way, and it's just, I'm excited. I'm so excited, and I'm gonna get my boobs done, and I'm gonna lose bare weight. Woo! But yeah, all I'm saying is, be happy with what you got, because this isn't gonna last forever. Your life can just do like a spiral. Like, this moment next year is gonna be completely different. But anyway, next video, guys, because this is a bit depressing and I'm not about this life. Bradford Bay done fucked me up. Anyone that knows me remembers last year a dirty little boy, let's call him Kofi, done broke my heart. Not even broke my heart, because I got my revenge. I was so in love with this guy. I was so in love with this Ghanaian you. And let's not get too much into it, but next week, Wednesday, 9 PM, guys. Thank you, bye.